guys, welcome to my channel. You might have heard me mention that I am completely changing up the way that I train aerial hoop because I am entering several competitions and I'm trying to really get my butt in gear to get as fit and as strong as possible in preparation for that. And I thought that today I would show you all of the conditioning exercises that I am using to get ready for that. Of course, always warm up before you start to condition so you can get the most out of each exercise and avoid any pulled muscles or strains or anything like that. And don't forget that if your body is telling you that today is not the day to do something, don't push it. Some days it's just not your day to do every exercise, and that's okay. Push yourself when you're feeling good, but if your body's telling you no, listen to that. I've always struggled with conditioning because I'm naturally very long and flexible, but not very strong. I've learned to accept what my body will give me on each individual day and to build on what I have now. Before we get started, don't forget to subscribe to my channel because I have new aerial videos coming out all the time to help you improve your aerial skills and find inspiration. Let's start with some smaller exercises just to get going. This one is great for your shoulder girdle and the ability to hold your shoulders down while you're performing so you have a nice long neckline. Keep your elbows straight as you hang from the top of the hoop and shrug your shoulders up and then down. Just building up that strength so that you can have control over where your shoulders are in the air, as well as strength for things like mounts and arm hangs. This is an assisted pull-up from the bottom bar of the hoop. This is great if you're not quite ready to do your full pull-up with your full body weight because you can put your legs out in front like I have here and let them take a little bit of the weight so that your arms are able to really pull your chest all the way up to touch the bottom bar. Make sure the backs of your hands are facing your face, not your palms. When you're ready, you can move on to your full pull-up. Again, have the backs of your hands facing you so you have an overhand grip. You can do this in front or behind the hoop, whichever you feel more comfortable with, and just try to get your chest as far up as possible and then lower down slowly. And if you are feeling like an overachiever today, you can go from your pike position under the bar, come into a hang, and try to do some little pulse pull-ups from there. Here's a great one for your back and core strength as well as practicing your front balance. Just start in a pike on the bottom bar of the hoop and then lift yourself up into your full front balance position as high as you can, and then repeat it several times. I try to do at least 5. You can also do a front balance on your front hip crease like I'm doing here and just hold it. Holding this position is going to really build every muscle in your body because you're having to engage everything. It's like when you do the plank on the floor, everything is working together to hold your body in one solid piece. And if you do your front balance, you should also do your back balance to even things out. This is also going to stretch your back nicely. I make sure to keep my glutes really engaged because that helps me to balance and stay on the hoop. This exercise is the same principle as a handstand or press handstand. You're just assisting yourself with the hoop. Put your ankles on the hoop so that you're in a plank with your ankles higher than your shoulders. This is a great position just to hold because it builds strength just doing this. But when you're ready, use your abs to roll your spine up into a straight handstand position and then roll it back down. Your feet will come in and out with the hoop on your ankles. This is a great exercise to both build strength for your mounts and to learn the proper positioning that you should be in when you do your straddle mount. Just come into your straddle mount and then lower your hips down and then back up as high as possible. Remember that in your straddle mount, your hips should always be as high as possible, and this will build that muscle memory. To really get those abs going, you're going to pull your knees into your chest as high as possible and then extend your legs as high as you can and lower them down slowly with control. You're really using your abs here, so make sure they stay really engaged. If that feels okay, you can move on to the straight leg version where you keep your legs straight the whole time. This is going to be a lot harder, but it's even better for you. Don't forget to keep your shoulders down and away from your ears the whole time you are hanging on the hoop. And of course, we have just straight up crunches. These are great because they work on your knee hang strength as well as your abs. For a great challenge, try lowering your hoop so that you can't hang your body down all the way straight underneath it. You have to control how far your head goes and start again from an already slightly lifted position. It's going to make this a lot harder. You can also go side to side for your obliques with these. While we're working knee hangs, don't forget to do your knee hang pulses. Just get into your knee hang and do little tiny pulses with your feet. I do at least 30 to 40 of these. That sounds like a lot, but it's actually not that bad. They're going to strengthen your hamstrings and leg muscles all around so that your knee hang will become a lot easier. You can also try your knee pulses on the top bar. It's a little bit more difficult because of the way the hoop curves. And finally, work on your single knee hangs by lifting one leg off, bringing it behind you, and then rehooking it and taking the other leg off. These are going to really strengthen your legs. If you have more space than me, try doing it with a big circle of your leg or rond de jambe. If you have a tiny space, you can do it like this. Let's work on the meat hook. I hate this position, which is why I need to train it so badly. Come into your straddle mount and then lift one leg behind the hoop and do a big circle with it to come into your meat hook position. The easier version of your meat hook is to bend one leg like I'm doing here, and the harder version is to have two straight legs. Make sure that you are in control all the time with your hips nice and high. And because I am planning to add in my heel hang to some of my routines, here's my heel hang conditioning. First, I do an assisted heel hang with my hands on the backs of my thighs and some little pulses to strengthen my hamstrings. If you're not ready for your full heel hang yet, you can also do this with your hands on the bottom bar of the hoop. And finally, the full heel hang. Because I'm planning to add this into routines to be performed, I'm doing at least 4 sets of this per day, and I also try to count to 10 each time before I come back out of it. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed learning these exercises and they help you get stronger to continue your aerial progress. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel because I have lots of tutorials and choreography and all sorts of aerial things over there, plus a great community of people. And I'm planning to do a vlog that's all about the competing process, which will be definitely one to look out for.